Hello YouTube, this is my second part of my 3-part video on cloth diapering my newborn. Actually, it might be, I'll do another separate video just talking about it, but this series is just the different kinds of diapers that I used. And so this part is about the fitted and pre-folds that I used, and how they worked when she was a newborn. So, let's see how to start. The first thing that I used, now I cloth diapered her in the hospital from day one. And she was born at 5 pounds 15 ounces. So that kind of gives you a basis for her size. And now she is out of her newborn diapers mostly, and she is 10 pounds, right about 10 pounds. And she's a month and a half old. So, the first diaper that I used in the hospital that fit her as a newborn, like a really, really tiny newborn, was this, and it is it's a homemade little diaper thing that I made. It's just out of her pre-fold. She's gonna be upset now. Hazel, you gotta say hi. I made it from a pre-fold that I just got on eBay. It's kind of a cheap, thin pre-fold, so it's not really going to absorb a whole lot. I actually, I got them for my older son, but they didn't work. They weren't absorbent enough for him. So, I just cut them out into this like contour shape, with the wings. I'm horrible at this camera, but they have wings. And then the legs scooped, and then I just went around them with like a, I don't have a, what do you call it, the thing to do the edges, like the special machine, but I just did like a zigzag stitch on my machine, and it finished the edges. I didn't have to turn them over. It is kind of fraying a little bit, but you know, it kind of worked. So anyway, I used this on her. I did have to fold it down in the front like so, probably about this much, because she was really tiny. But then it was able to fit underneath her cord, and so it was like about this size when I used it. I'm trying to adjust this. It was about like this when I put it on her. And it worked really, really well. It was super trim underneath my cover, my favorite cover. I'll show you that just really quick. I show it in another video about covers, but this is my favorite cover, and this is the combination I used when she was really tiny. It was my absolute favorite. Super trim, super just easy with a snappy, just really, really good. It didn't hold a lot of pee, but those first few days she didn't really pee very much, so it was perfect. I still do use this now. It does still fit her, but I have to add some extra absorbency to it. So like a lay-in pad of absorbency, I put in that, and it obviously doesn't fit under the cover anymore. But so that is that one. And then I had gotten a whole bunch of Green Mountain pre-folds, and they did not work as a pre-fold. They were way too bulky, and they really just did not fit her. They didn't fit under her covers or anything. They were just huge. So I did the same thing to them. I cut them, I stitched around the edges, and then they were perfect. I did have to again fold them down in the front, like so, and they're a little bit thicker, so they're a little bit bulkier on her when she was little. I really preferred the thinner ones when she was really tiny. But these one worked. You know, they were okay. And I do still use these on her now. They do still fit as this. The pre-folds are sort of just starting to fit. I did leave some as pre-folds. And they're sort of starting to fit, except they're not really fitting around her waist very well. These, since they have the tabs, since it's cut into like a tab, it fits around better because you don't have to like worry about the legs, so it really does go around better. I really like them like this better than like pre-filled, and they're a little bit less absorbent, but you can lay in the extra in the middle, and you know, it's fine. So I use these, And then, my son is playing with tractors beside me, in case you wondered what the noise was. And then I made some tabbed pre-folds like this. And they just have this material here, these two wings that you then fold down into the middle, and then they have the tab. It's hard to do this with one hand. I'm nursing my baby, so I'll just fold it up here. So the tabs go around the edge on either side, and you fold it up over them, and then you snappy it shut, or you can just Velcro the cover over them, whatever. And this fit her from day one. This is the size of a regular Green Mountain newborn size pre-fold, but it's sewed. It has a thicker center, like 3 layers of why can't I think of microfiber, like a microfiber washcloth, basically is what in there. So those, I used those. I had a couple of these, and then I also made a few fitteds. This is the inside of a fitted that I made, and I just put snaps on it. It's really super tiny. This one definitely doesn't fit her anymore, and I made the insert so that it snaps in the front. It snaps in. It's hard to show this on here. I'm horrible at this camera. Anyway, and this fit her really well. It was really stretchy, and it fit her really well. So, and then this is another one I made as well, and it's just out of, it's out of flannel. And I sewed, this one doesn't have the removable insert, but it's sewed in or whatever. And super tiny again, fit her really, really well as a newborn. None of the, except for the pre-folds from Green Mountain. I didn't buy any of those except for the materials to make them. If you can't make fitteds, I would say buy Green Mountain diapers. Well, they make some workhouse contours or workhouse fitteds, and they're basically like this. They're basically this, and they're the same idea. So that would be something to look into if you wanted to do that option. And I would recommend them without the snaps, because then you can get like the exact fit with the snappy, whereas you can buy them with the snaps, but then you can't really get exact fit. If it's undercover, it doesn't matter too much, but it's nice to be able to get them on like exactly how they fit. So those are my fitteds, and I hope that was helpful. And she wore these two she still wears, and the other ones she grew out of probably at about 8 pounds maybe, was when she stopped wearing them. So they did last a little while. So anyway, thanks for watching.